If you're watching this video, you must want to find the best price for your cruise vacation. Well, join me and I'll show you how to use the Cruising Canuck spreadsheet to do just that. As you can see, Jill isn't around today, and that's probably a good thing because she doesn't like numbers and spreadsheets. But after the last video, we discussed different ways to save money when cruising, and one way that we've found very effective is to create a spreadsheet and put all the data into one spot so we can see apples to apples what different cruises cost, what the perks are, and how it all works. Hi everyone. When I was editing this video, I realized that I didn't tell you a couple key things at this point. So I just wanted to let you know that I have built chapters into this video. So if you don't want to watch the entire video, it's just over 20 minutes, then you can skip ahead to different parts of it. If you don't want to go through the detail of pricing at every single room, you can jump from Carnival to the Holland America pricing, or all the way to the end and see what is cheaper, Carnival adding a drink package or Holland America with the drink package already included in the fare. So I'll leave it up to you and we'll get back to the video now. So today I'm going to show you how I created this spreadsheet and how to use it. And I'm also going to share the spreadsheet in a link below. So go down and download it and you can try it, customize it, do whatever you want with it. But this is our version of how we plan cruises. And right off the bat, you can see that it has different pieces to it that gives different pieces of information. Things that are important to us, I guess. You know, obviously the most important thing is the date, that you want to know what date you are planning for. Then as well, you must also want to know what what cruise you're going on, what cruise ship, and refurbished last date, and this is a big one for us because we want to have a certain size of ship. Sometimes we like that 2,000 to 3,000 capacity. We want to know it's been refurbished maybe in the last couple years, or if we're deciding between two cruise ships, we might want to choose the one that's been recently renovated, that'll have that brand new look and smell. So that's one thing that we have built into the spreadsheet, is that information. Also want to know where you're leaving from, port, how many nights this is going for, what ports you're going to. Again, you're trying to decide between two ships that are really close in price. Maybe there's a port that you haven't been to before you want to get to again. So, and then there's also different things. The onboard experience is what I call it in my spreadsheet, and that is this piece here where you when you book the cruise, are you going to have a drink package? Are you going to get a chance to get on the boat first thing and start your vacation day one right off the bat? Do you have to pay tips, or is that included? What kind of onboard credit do you have? Wi-Fi, specialty dining? You know, it goes on and on with the options, and we like to capture that because when you try to make that critical decision and laying down that money for a cruise, then you want to know what that looks like. And then there's also the cost. There's the total cost, and then right beside that you can see on the right side here that we have the cost per night. So the total cost is pretty clear. That's what it's going to cost with all the perks that you see in the previous section. And then the cost per night is, what is this going to cost for two people to cruise for every day of the cruise? And when you're comparing, say, a 7-day and an 8-day cruise, like I have here in this example for the fall of 22, we might want to determine, is that price to go on 8 days per day a little less money? Maybe it's worth our while to stretch the cruise out a day and get some extra value out of our vacation dollars. So we also do that as well to see how that looks. So what I think is the best thing to do today to show you how this works is I'm going to just pretty well run through it for you. And this is the front page. When you download this is you do not modify this page. This is the final piece that you use for making your decisions and planning. You also see that I have categories here. There's little headers. So for fall 22, for example, I've built that header in there. And I'll show you how I did that, but you don't touch this page. So when you download this and you start using it, do not touch this page, please, because it's gonna mess everything up. And you can always download it and start again, but I use this and keep building on it. And this is just an example, but we have been pricing fall of 22, so I kind of had this in here. But the page that you actually modify is this one right here. And there's a lot of words and a lot of things, and we're gonna go step by step through it, and I'm gonna show you how to use this. And just so you know, there's a couple other parts of the spreadsheet, and this page says right on it, do not modify anything on here. And this is because this is where all the calculations happen in the background that you don't have to worry about, because that's why we have a spreadsheet. And then we have a reference page. You can modify this. This is where I've thrown that kind of tombstone information about the cruise lines and the ships themselves. You know, how much is their drink package per day? What's the Wi-Fi per day? Spa? What's the capacities? When was the ship built and refurbished? I have this here. You can add to this, you can update this. So if you know a little bit about spreadsheets, you can kind of keep this up to date, or I'll try to keep it up to date, and you can come back and download the latest version in the future. But this is where the magic happens. This is the page. And there's two columns. There's these two columns that you do not touch, and they'll probably, I was going to lock them out. We'll see when I save this, we'll see whether or not I'm going to save it that way. But basically when you get it, you won't have all this information. I'm going to delete all this information because I want to go through this process from the beginning. So first things first, we go to the summary page. You can see there's nothing here now because I've removed all that information that I'd entered before. And say I want to create a title for something. So say I am pricing out, there, put H for number of nights and put in, say I'm looking to do March break of 2023, which I don't have anything booked for March break of 2023. So this will be relevant to me and I'll likely build on this. So when we go back to the summary page, you can see now that we have March break of 23. So say you put the information in for several cruises down here, and then say farther down you want to track another vacation. We often take 3 or 4 cruises a year at least. So this is going to be, say, Christmas of 2023, right? So, and you can see if I go back summary page, it's not there. What's going on, Jerry? Well, you did put the H there, Jerry. There you go. Come back to the summary page and we still don't have it. There's a quirk there. We're gonna have to work that one out. I'm not sure why that is not showing up. Okay, I just fixed it and there it is. You can see now Christmas 23. I just had to change some of the formulas. So lucky I found that. I don't want to save this and send this out to all of you folks and have it not work. So now Christmas of 2023. So you can put these, you can highlight these cells if you want so you can see them real fast, and then pretty well you go and you find your cruises and you put them underneath those areas like we're going to do right now. So let's work on March break 23 and I'll show you how this works. So right off the bat, you usually have a rough idea what cruise line you're going to take, right? You're not always saying, you know, I'm going to look at 10 different cruises. You might, but we like, for example, Carnival. We like Holland America. We've done Royal and don't mind it, would do it again. Same with Norwegian. We want to maybe try a Celebrity. So there's a few big ones. We don't need to look at every single cruise ship that's out there. We just pretty well need to look through. For today's example, I'm going to use only 2. I don't want to use up all your time, but I'm going to show you how to do this. So I've got Holland America and Carnival's website set up here, and we're going to find some cruises, and I'll show you how to use the spreadsheet. So we are going to find a cruise. Let's say that we are going to the Caribbean. Let's narrow this down a little bit. And we are going to use Carnival's little toy here to go March 23 is where, and our duration, I want to go for 6 to 9 days. And there we go. And I want to go on at least a 7-day cruise. So I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to start looking, and Carnival usually sorts them out by price when you go this option. So there we go. We have the Carnival Vista. Now I'm shooting for March break. So let's see what March break looks like. So let's say that, I think that's the week of March 11th. Starts on the weekend of March 11th. So I think that we've got our first cruise candidate, the 11th on the Vista. So let's head on back now to our, so here we go. We're gonna go March and we're doing 23 and it's gonna automatically adjust. So March 11th, and we are going on the Carnival. So hit that little box. We're gonna pull down Carnival, and then ships are sorted alphabetically. So Vista will be towards the bottom. And there she is, and it fills in automatically the capacity and the last year refurbished. So we're off to the races, and it's leaving from Galveston. So there we go. Let's see here, Galveston. Oh, 1 second. I haven't entered this in all the wrong area, so let me just copy this. You can just literally copy and paste this information. So I'm going to go down here and move Galveston down, and we're going to clear this back out because this was our header. See our March break, this is where this was. So then we go back to our summary page. We now see the information starting to fill in now that you're putting data and you've chosen a cruise. So number of nights, we know it's 7, and I'm not sure where it's going yet. So that's the first thing. So we're going to Mahogany Bay and Roatan, Belize, and Cozumel. We call that the milk run here in the Canucks household. Usually I would put milk run here, but I'm not gonna do that today, but I'll put in, say, Roatan and Belize and Cozumel. Need a Z or Z in there. And there's our itinerary. So right off the bat, we've got that information. So let's go back to the Carnival site. And we are going to first price an interior. So choose the type of room that you would actually book, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't put those base prices in there, because a lot of times those are like some room in the corner, it's got 2 separate beds, bunk beds, you know. Choose something that's going to give you an accurate reading. And so what I will do is go to edit trip details, and I am going for one room, and I don't know whose number that is. That doesn't even look like mine. Might be someone that I was looking at. We'll get rid of that. If you're a VIFP member of Carnival, then you would obviously put in your number there. And here's my different options. So I'm pricing out an interior first. So let's go interior. And we can see that we're getting $100 onboard credits. We need to keep that in the back of our mind. Nothing else really there that stands out. And here's our options for interior rooms. Okay, I'm not going to do a porthole because I know that's going to be way down on the boat. Not really excited about that. Interior, upper, lower, I don't want bunk beds, so we're not doing that. Interior, and this looks like this is going to be probably our option is somewhere right around in here. And this looks like the deal to get. I think we're looking at something like this. It's going to be $20 additional, but I think that's going to get us where we want to be. And you can see I've got $100 to spend on board, and I can see that it's going to be $17.64 is what my price is going to be. And you can see over here $17.64, and $100 credit to spend on board is right there. So I go back to the handy dandy spreadsheet and I type in $17.64. Now this is American dollars. And if you are Canadian and you want to know Canadian dollars, you're going to have to convert that to Canadian dollars. And some websites have Canadian dollars, some have American, depends on what country you're in. It might even be pounds or euros if you're somewhere else in the world. But I know that Carnival was always in American dollars for me. Other sites like Norwegian will show Canadian dollars. So put whatever you want in there, but make sure it's all the same currency and you know what it is. And now we're going to go back and we're going to look at the Oceanview price real fast here. So we're going to fill these in. We're going to go back couple steps here, the back button, back to our room choices, and we can go back to, this time we're going down looking for an Oceanview. I haven't built it yet for suites. We usually don't do suites. So obstructive view, straight ocean view. I do obstructive view. I think that would work for me. And you can see my price is $2024, and I've still got the $100 credit, so I know that's the same. So we're going to put 2024. And this is all built for double occupancy. I'm sorry for those folks that are single or even get dinged with a single supplement, but and we're going to go back and do the same thing here for, and I know some of the cruises recently have waived the single supplement, at least for those winter of 21-22 cruises. So, and we're going to choose a balcony room, and again, choose the balcony you would take. If you would take a cove balcony, then get the price on that, but don't just put in the cheapest one because it's going to be misleading. What you want is an accurate measure of the price. And let's see here, fund saver, half year deposit, balcony. I think that I'm looking at this is a pretty standard looking balcony, and $50, yeah, that all looks, no, I want to choose my room location. So I want to choose my room location. So that's not letting me do that. This must be the next option where I can choose my room location. There we go. And right now it's saying 25, 23, but say I'm really picky as to where I want my balcony, or a certain part of the ship, well then that may adjust the price. So say I want, let's do middle. So that's not going to change my price. And say I want to do, oh, I don't want to be too close to everything going on downstairs, but I want to be closer to the pool deck. Maybe I want to be in between, say deck 8. Okay, deck 8 is going to modify my price to $25.34. So we're going to put in $25.34 right here. Okay, so we have put in our inside Oceanview and balcony rooms. So now what we need to do is fill in some of this other information, this tombstone information I call it. So are the tips covered? So all this area that's shaded yellow, that is all the perks that are included with your booking. So that's not stuff that you've added. So tips were not included as part of this deal that we booked, or that we want to book. Board first. This depends on you. This could be either something that's a perk, not too often, though I haven't seen that a lot, but it is usually something if you are, say, a certain level. So I am platinum on Carnival, so I would get on first. So I'm going to put that in. Onboard credit, we saw that Carnival said we could have $100 per stateroom. The Wi-Fi in this price is not included. Specialty, there is no specialty dining and no excursion credit. This did not include the drink package, and it was not a spa room, doesn't include access to the spa. So I filled those pieces in. Shareholder, if you're a shareholder in cruise lines, they give you a perk. So say I am a shareholder in Carnival, that would be $100 credit for a 7-day cruise. here's the other stuff that you need to go and look up. I'm not going to do it today because I know that you can do this yourself. How much is it going to cost to get from Galveston to the airport? So say I fly into Houston Airport, the George Bush one on the north side of Houston. It's going to cost me at least, last time we were there, I think around $50 or $60 a person each way. So that's sizable. I'm going to put in $200 what it's going to cost us. Remember, do both ways, right? This is to the ship and back. Hotel costs, luckily when you fly into Houston, into the airport on the north side of town, the hotels are fairly reasonable. We usually get them for in and around $100. Let's throw $100 for our hotel costs when we fly in the night before. Our airfare cost, going for us, say we drive to Detroit and we fly Detroit down, we might be able to get a flight for $250 a person. Maybe a little less, but we'll put $500 for our flight costs. And when you're going back in and you save this and you're trying to price this out, I don't just do this once. I go back in, sometimes every week, every couple of weeks, and I update the flight prices, the cruise prices, to see if there's any deals on and kind of hit that sweet spot. So the things that are at the end of this list here are things that you can add. So do I want priority access? No, I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to pay for Fast to the Fun because I am already getting Fast to the Fun by being Platinum. Do I want a drink package? Let's say yes, just because with Holland America, I'm going to include the drink package. I want a fair comparison. Am I going to buy any dining? I usually do not do dining on, especially dining on Carnival, even at the steakhouse. Something we plan to do, but haven't done yet. Do we want to add spa access? No, I don't think we're going to do the spa. And do we want internet? Yes, I want internet. If I'm going to stay in touch with everybody out there on YouTube when we do our cruises and vlogs, then I'm going to need some internet. So that's it for Carnival. Let's go and price out something with Holland America now. Now, if you haven't done Holland America and you think it's kind of for the older crowd and a boring cruise, not the case. We're doing Holland America in just about a month from now on the new Dom, and we had a blast last time we were on there. And we are going to do 6 to 8 days. We are heading to the Caribbean. And it looks like for March 23, we have 8 results. So wait for those to load, and let's just choose a 7-day itinerary leaving around March 11th. I see the new Dom is, and that looks like that's our option, is the new Dom. I see the 4th, and there could be more fares there. Let's see, March 12th. So let's price out the new Amsterdam. Let's see what we want to get into here. So we have some amenity options. This is leaving March 12th on the new Amsterdam. So before we get too farther in here, we're going to put in March 12th of 23. It is going to be a Holland America. So that's HAL. It is the new Amsterdam. So alphabetical is this list. We're looking for N. New Amsterdam. So there you go, 2100. Almost half of what's on the Vista. And it was leaving from, what city was that leaving from? Probably Fort Lauderdale. Yes, Fort Lauderdale. And it looks like it's hitting Half Moon Cay, Aruba, Half Moon Key, Aruba, and is that Curacao or Bonaire? I can't tell there. I may have to look at that. But anyways, we're leaving Fort Lauderdale, and it looks like it's a 7-day, and it's hitting Half Moon Key. I know what that means. Put in whatever you think. It doesn't matter what's in there. I'm putting in Aruba, and let's just say for the sake of putting it in, let's say that is Bonaire. Could be Curacao, I'm not sure. Just glancing at it. And now we need to get some prices. So we're going to go back in here. And this is going to be a little bit different because we're going to get the drink package, right? So let's go in here, click View Itinerary. This may actually tell us a little more detail. Okay, here we go. Inside cabin, best value. So we're going to get a shore excursion, $100 per guest. That's $200 in shore excursions. We're going to get the drink package. We're going to get specialty dining. I think it's 2 meals. Might only be 1. We're going to go with 1 because this cruise I've got now, especially dining, is only 1. And we got Wi-Fi, right on. Wi-Fi for both of us. So we will select that one. So that'll be $16.49, at least the starting price. We're just going for inside. And remember all those things in the back of your head, what you're getting as well. And we could even go in there and add that while it's loading if we wanted to. Let me just go back and say yes for 2 adults is what we're pricing out here. And our tips involved, it looked like that was a no. We'll be allowed to get on first. No, we're not all the way up there. How much onboard credit? I didn't see any. Wi-Fi was included, yes. Number of specialty nights, I think it's 1. Score excursion credit, $100 per person. That's a great deal. Drink package was a yes. Spa was a no. Okay, now we can go back and find the prices again now that that's probably finished loading. Here we go. And I'm not going to put any protection. We do have it right now, especially during COVID, but I'm not going to for the purpose of doing this. So this is an inside, and if we want to change the stateroom, we can, but I think we're good with price. So then we're at $36.73. So we're going to go back here. We're going to put $36.73. It looks a lot more than Carnival, but keep in mind, Carnival, we had to pay extra for the drink package. This is including the drink package, and then we had to pay extra for Wi-Fi. This includes it. So this is why we do the spreadsheet, is to see how well these things compare. So we're going to go back here, and this time we are going to choose, come back here, we're going to choose an Oceanview, and best value will be here. And that price is going to come into 3922. So let's go back whole. You see what I'm seeing? I just saw it now. Maybe you already caught it before me. 3922. 3922. This is Canadian dollars, so I'm going to have to convert it back to American in a few seconds. But first, I'm just going to get all the pricing done before we get to that. And we are now going to veranda, their terminology for balcony. We're going to say yes to that. And we could choose spa veranda, and if we did that, we'd have to go back and say that the spa was included. So depends how you price out your cruise. Let's go 45.47. 45.47. So let's convert them back. 45.47. I need that in US dollars. So 45.47 Canadian dollars to US dollars. Real quick. Google does it real fast, or Bing, whatever you're using. So that's 36.20 is actually the American value. 36.20. And we're almost to the point where we're going to go back and compare these two cruises. 39.22 is my next one I have to put in. 39.22, which is 3123. And I'm going to go back here to 3123. Jill just loves these spreadsheets. She loves when I do all these numbers. And the last one, we have to get the price here first. So 3673 is our inside. 3673 comes out to 2924. So let's go back in here and go 2924. There we go. So shareholder, let's say if you own shares in Carnival, it's good for Holland America. So we're still getting 100. Our shuttle now from Fort Lauderdale, we're talking a taxi ride back and forth. You know, we're probably in for maybe 40 bucks. Let's go 50 to be safe for our taxi. Hotels in Fort Lauderdale can be very expensive. We're finding that we're doing that in a few weeks. Depends where you want to stay. And again, this is meant for however you want to cruise and travel. Some people don't mind doing a discount hotel. Some people want to stay at the nicest hotel in the area. I'm going to go, because I know Fort Lauderdale can be pricey. I'm going $200 a night there. And my airfare to Fort Lauderdale, surprisingly, it can be sometimes more. I'm going in March, which is March break, coming out of Canada. I'm thinking I'm looking at least $350 a person. So you can see it's going to be a little more money. And do I want to add priority access and get there quicker? No, I'm not sure if Holland America even offers that or not. Do I want to add the drink package? No, because I already have it. So make sure that's no, but it does include over here is yes. And we're not going to spend any more on specialty dining. We've already got some specialty dining. I'm not going to purchase the spa, although Jill would want to. And the internet, I'm saying no, but that's only because I do have the internet already back in here. The Wi-Fi is already included. So, drum roll. There we go. We've got two cruises in there. Carnival, Holland America, very similar. Both are priced out to both have the drink package. One's got excursion credits. One's got some specialty dining. Wi-Fi's there, onboard credits. Early boarding is good for Carnival. You can see that the price for the Holland America is, for an inside cabin, is about $400 more, almost $500 more. So that's not too bad if you consider the difference in the type of cruise that is. Same thing for Oceanview, same thing for balcony. Very comparable. When you go price per night, you're only talking about a $70 difference per night. So this is for both people. This is your flight. This is everything in. For me, if it's a $500 difference in having the exact same type of things on a cruise, and I've got a $200 excursion credit, so keep that in mind. If you're going to do an excursion, maybe you won't, and that's not going to be of any value to you. But that now brings that down to like $38.77. I'm getting really close. I'm a couple $100 difference. I've got also onboard credit, That's a difference of $100, so it kind of washes out some of that excursion. But this is the type of thing you have to do, and this is how you use the cruise spreadsheet, the beast that comes up with where you are going to be cruising in the future. So, but I'll leave it there for today. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoy the spreadsheet and get as much joy out of it as I do. And Jill would not agree, but give it a try, download it, delete it if you hate it, change it if you want to. If you come up with something better, then let me know, because I'm always looking for the latest, greatest way to crunch numbers and figure out what the best cruise is. So take care. Be sure to subscribe for more tips, and it won't be long till we're back to doing the vlogs on the Holland America ship at Christmas and New Year's. And also check us out on Instagram. Jill's always on there talking to folks and keeping them updated about what we're doing as well. So take care, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon. And hopefully next time Jill's with me. So bye for now.